Artists, fans and casual watchers of popular Minecraft YouTuber Wemmbu unanimously started a trend posting drawings of their favorite YouTuber in their TikTok videos, making fan art of Wemmbu in different versions and even dressing up in Wemmbu coded cosplay to perform on stage IRL, which, as you would naturally expect, resulted in mixed feelings from the fanbase on TikTok, calling the artist out for being cringe. I got secondhand embarrassment, but good show I guess. This is beyond corny. As an unstoppable fan, this is corny as hell. But the straw that broke the metaphorical camel's back was when people started making videos saying Wemmbu is just a purple blob, so making fan art of him shouldn't be possible, and other videos calling out people for drawing fan art of Wemmbu with a tiara on his head and even versions of Wemmbu as a girl.
I actually hate when people say, "Ooh, why'd you draw Wemmbu as a girl?" It's always the same people as the ones that only watch Wembu's and Flames POV. Like, Wemmbu literally commissioned an artist to draw him with long hair and heels. But he has a woman's physique. No, Timmy, that's just called an art style. It's so stupid in my opinion to attack artists just because of how they draw fan art. I've seen people say, "Why'd you draw him with long hair and a tiara?" Johnny, I need you to think about what you just said. Wemmbu literally admitted that he has a tiara in his skin.
It's a crown, not a tiara. I don't know if my mind is playing tricks on me, but didn't he really name his helmet Wembu's tiara or something like that on one of his videos? As a person who only watches Wembu's and Flames POV, I completely agree. Wemmbu with long hair just feels right. I don't really get why people legit comment about how Wemmbu fan art looks. People are hating just to hate. If the art isn't breaking anyone's boundaries, then let people go crazy with their designs. But the videos and call out posts that had people talking with the most comments were the posts asking why people were drawing Wemmbu as a female character. People were leaving their heartfelt opinions saying Wemmbu with long hair was canon and hair length doesn't correlate to gender, which I guess makes total sense if you really sit down and think about it. And that Wemmbu himself has said he likes his fan art with long hair and that his character wears a tiara and not a crown necessarily. This whole discourse over how artists should or should not draw Wemmbu caused a subtle meltdown on TikTok, with artists getting confused not knowing what to draw or getting attacked for drawing fan art with their own versions of Wemmbu, to the point where people were comparing their art with a 13-year-old artist who drew really good fan art of Wemmbu and were practically claiming to quit art because of them, which was literally what I spoke about in my last video. Apparently making really good drawings and posting them along with your age was pushing your talent in people's faces and making them insecure. Another issue people on TikTok started complaining about was people drawing Wemmbu fan art and then making him look really thin, which was supposedly unappealing and a lot of people didn't agree with, since in their head the character of Wemmbu was supposedly athletic, so a slightly slimmer aesthetic build would make much more sense. But because his mace was big, they wanted him drawn bigger and a bit muscular to be able to lift the weight of it. This argument, while being rather funny, made it clear that a lot of people just kept forgetting that all of this is entirely fiction. In this world, magic exists, so regardless of how you drew the character, they can wield whatever weapon they want without having to necessarily look the part. Another thing I found rather interesting with this situation is most of the people complaining were literally complaining about the same thing that people complained about during the Ender Dragon fan art trend, where people were drawing him as black with long hair and even drawing different genders of him. A lot of people in the comments were all calling out all these posts, saying there was nothing wrong with the fan art and people should just allow artists draw what they like, because aside from them making fan art, Wemmbu himself had already mentioned he liked most of the things these people were complaining about on TikTok, and it wasn't even a problem to him at all.
Being Wemmbu must suck, because you have to deal with one of the most insufferable fan bases ever. On one side, you got the annoying misogynistic 12-year-old boys who glaze the shit out of you, and on the other, you got the delusional fangirls who spam feed the Wemblings every 5 minutes and thirst over you like absolute dorks. Lord have mercy.
In the course of making this video, I have seen a lot of good art come out of the Wemmbu fanbase, and I don't think all of his fans, and artists included, are problematic at all. A lot of their drawings are really good and I want us to enjoy looking at them together. these are all really good. One thing I enjoy is they're all so different from each other. Like, I can tell it's Wemmbu, but they all feel different despite having the same base character features. I really like this one in the Prince Zam arc. I love how the artist painted the shirt and the rest of the clothes. I also really like this one so much. Just look at all the lighting on his armor. The detail is literally insane. I love how the light is falling on his long luscious hair, and you can see the subsurface scattering, making the hair look so good. It's just chef's kiss. Next, we got this fan art of Wemmbu and Egg-chan are art moves on TikTok called Peak. Now, I can't lie, I can see why people really like it. I think the animation looks really good. I love how the artist drew various expressions for his mouth, but what I love the most is his accessories and the way his hair drapes down the side of his head. That just looks really cool. Egg-chan also looks cool as well, but my eyes are all on Wemmbu. I don't know. What do you guys think about this fan art? Do you guys like the animation, or do you think it looks cringe? Be honest. I saw a lot of people in the comments say this is peak, so I am excited to hear what you guys will think about this.
I'm back in this bitch. I'm back in this bitch.
I mean, yeah, what did you expect? Artists obviously are going to be creative since they have the liberty to draw the character however they imagine. You can't possibly expect them to draw him as a square blob and fill it with purple. Obviously, it's an avatar in a low poly game, so it isn't feasible to make it look as best as it can. But since artists are drawing their own versions, it's only normal for them to make it look extremely good. Also, can we just pause for a minute and talk about how good this drawing is? Like, holy, this is the best fan art I've seen so far. Look at that angle. It's so dynamic and the pose looks really good. The lighting is excellent as well. We can see all the bounce light going up from the light hitting his pants, and the hair is rendered so well as well. This is probably the most dynamic and cleanest fan art I have seen of Wemmbu so far. This artist deserves a round of applause. Like, bro, I've been trying to find the artist's name in the comments and the caption, but all I can see is credit to the artist. Like, what? How? Who's the artist? You made the video. You're supposed to know who the artist is while making the video, and then proceed to give them credit, or at least leave their name in the caption while you're posting your video. Now I have to do an entire Google reverse image search just to find them. Oh look, and I finally found the artist on Twitter with username Shane_EHE. So I immediately gave them a follow because they also have really good drawings on their Twitter account as well. But even in the comments of this amazing drawing, someone was still asking why Wemmbu looks like a girl. You just can't escape the internet. This drawing from Pasha Rabbit is one that looks kinda different from the rest. Wemmbu has a very interesting look to him, and his costume and armor is different and looks like something from old Chinese movies. This literally looks like a skin you would find in Fortnite Chapter 6. It looks so cool. Look at everyone in the comments saying peak, peak, this is so peak. But that's kind of funny. I like it. I really like it. What do you guys think? Do you guys like this drawing? What do you think about the costume? Let me know your thoughts.
I drank a beer. I drank another beer. 3 beers. 4 beers.
Oh no.
5 beers.
Oh
6 beers. 7 beers. 8 beers. 9 beers. And a Bloody Mary.
This artist who goes by Shometsu on TikTok has some really good Wemmbu drawings on their page as well. I particularly like this one with the spider webs. I think it's very dynamic, and I love how all the webs are just pointing up to his face. I also love how they rendered the jewelry from his tiara. I think it looks really great. They're a really good artist. I also like the skin tones in this drawing too. I love how the colors look like they're glowing, and the line art is colored with some of the color from their skin as well. I think that helps a lot to make the skin pop, and the colored line art works with skin tones as well. Another thing I like about this artist's work is the way they draw hands. They draw really good hands, and everyone knows hands are probably one of the hardest things for artists to draw. So seeing someone that draws hands very well is pretty delightful. Artist Octoburn Squid also made really good fan art of Wemmbu. I love how they didn't go with the common arcs everyone was going with and decided to draw his prison arc instead. Pretty sweet. Their coloring and lighting is pretty sweet as well, and I love all the little glows around the shadows. Also, the most surprising thing about this drawing is apparently the artists used their thumb to make it, while some of us are still struggling with drawing pens and trying to draw properly with a pencil. Now that's pretty sweet. But speaking about sweet, if you enjoy sweet videos like this talking about art controversies, weird or disturbing things happening in the art community on the internet, you should subscribe. I post weekly and talk about art, things happening in the art community, and other things of that nature. If that's something you find interesting, just hit that little subscribe button and join the family. The artist Evangeline drew their fan art of female Wemmbu, but because of all the backlash people were getting on TikTok over drawing a female Wemmbu, the artist turned off their comments so they don't get harassed by people for their drawing. Their video has almost 5,000 likes, so I'm sure a lot of people would have liked their fan art as well. Personally, I think it really looks cool. The colors look great, the hair and clothing look perfect, and the animation is pretty simple, smooth, and ties everything together. Evangeline also has so much more amazing art on their TikTok account, and you can tell just how much work they put in their art because everything looks really good. Their line art is clean, and to be honest, at this point I don't even know how to glaze them anymore. What do you guys think? Do you think their fan art is peak, or do you think Femme Wemmbu is just a no-no? Artist Umiko also made really good fan art of Femme Wemmbu. I love all the colors and the way they painted their version of Wemmbu, but what I enjoyed the most was their line art. For some reason, I'm just naturally attracted to clean line art, especially when the artist draws with double lines. Even if it's just slightly, oh my god, I'm in love. Umiko also has other amazing drawings on their page, and just going through their work you can tell they know how to draw so well, and all their unstable SMP fan animatics are pretty funny as well. Artist Hiroko's drawing of prison arc Wemmbu is one of my favorites as well. The lighting is really solid in this one, especially because of the way it's cutting through and hitting just part of the character. So you can tell the light is probably coming through a door or through an opening of some sort. And I also believe the artist indeed is doing great with their anatomy. Their understanding of the shapes and structure in their poses is pretty solid. Their anatomy and line art on top of that is good as well. A lot of people in the comments also agree this is the literal definition of peak, saying the artist was just being modest, saying they were only getting better when their art was already good. I am not surprised at all. Artist Etch also made a really good drawing of Wemmbu. I really like the pose with the mace in this one. Although it's not as dynamic as the first one we saw earlier, I think it's really good as well. And the colors are nice too. But somehow, people in the comments were quick to comment on how the hammer in the drawing should have been a mace instead, and that it was physically impossible for him to carry it in his inventory. There were a few other sad comments over this drawing, but for the most part, everyone else seemed pretty nice and were enjoying enjoying the drawing for what it was, an awesome piece of fan art, which is just something I wish most of these people on TikTok will start doing. Instead of just bashing artists over how they were drawing Wemmbu, start leaving comments telling them their art looks great and encourage them to make more drawings. Just let people have fun. Allow artists express themselves and draw Wemmbu however they want to. There's nothing wrong with drawing Wemmbu with long hair, short hair, fat, slim, tall or short Wemmbu. If Wemmbu himself said all the fan art is okay, then why are you attacking artists and judging them over their fan art? Just allow people enjoy things. It's not that hard. Amazing artist Akachi Bimori also drew an image of Wemmbu I really like. This drawing looks like what you will see in Genshin Impact fan art, and I can tell you for a fact I was really impressed with the lighting and colors in their drawing. When people say art is edible, this is probably what they're talking about. I could literally taste this drawing. I also like the composition and how they put him in the top third. That's pretty good. This artist also has a lot of good drawings on their TikTok account, and you can immediately tell they have a good understanding of the art fundamentals and have probably been drawing for a while. Their lighting and colors look really solid as well, and their anatomy, proportions and poses are really good and pretty strong. It's so surprising to me how artists draw so well on their phones with their thumbs. How do you do that? What sorcery is that? This artist Keda made this insanely impressive fan art of Wemmbu on their phone. Like, how? You guys are the actual MVPs. Every artist that draws on their phone, shout out to you. The drawing just transformed in the blink of an eye. This is just crazy. Keda also has a lot of other drawings on their accounts, and it's just insane to me how good they are while using just their phone. The lighting is good, the colors are great, and you can tell they really enjoy drawing portraits and are having fun with it. Many other artists drew fan art of Wemmbu, and while all of them looked great and had comments from people who liked them and supported the artist, there are still people who hate most of these drawings and are quick to spot one or two mistakes in the drawing and proceed to call the artist out. I think most of these drawings are awesome. Fan art is great and has always been a good way for artists to show their art to a new fan base and get fresh eyes on their work, and inadvertently grow their accounts along the way. It's normal for some people not to like your work and point at some things or say you didn't do something right, but for the most part, as long as you're having fun and drawing art you're proud of and you're not being problematic while you're doing that, just keep at it and ignore everyone saying otherwise. If they have a problem with it or it pisses them off so much, they can always pick up a drawing pen and make their own fan art. It's really that simple. Well, it looks like you made it to the end of this video. If you enjoyed this video, please leave it a like, share it with a friend who also loves Wemmbu, and subscribe to the channel if you're new here. With all that being said, I'll see all you pretty penguins in the next video. Bye.